Hello again. My name is Cindy Burkhart, and I am a realtor in Florida, Citrus County. I also serve Marion County, which is the horse capital of the world. If you're thinking of coming to this area, and you're thinking about buying, look me up. I'll give you my phone number at the end of this video. I hope to work with you if we're a good fit. Um, so today I'd like to talk about the buying strategy. If you're a buyer, do you think maybe your agent should have a strategy as to how they're supporting their buyer and how they're successful in having that buyer be happy at the end of the process? So I want to kind of talk about that today, how I like to work. I like to start by explaining what is the current market. Are we in a buyer's market? Are we in a seller's market? Are we in a neutral market? What does that look like? How does that affect you? Let's talk about that. We're going to talk about pricing. We're going to talk about the competition and how to position ourselves if you're thinking of buying so that we're successful. We don't overpay. We don't lose out on a house that you love. We're going to have more than one strategy that we can discuss. There's more than one way to skin a cat. So we're going to talk about those different strategy options, how they can serve you in that submission of that contract, which one may be the best route to go, which one we might want to leave by the wayside on a particular house. It may work for this house, it may not work for that house. So we're going to have some strategies. I think that you don't go into helping a buyer buy a house unless you have a strategy in mind. So I'm going to help you with that. I'll help you understand certain terms like inspections and timelines and financing and how those affect the seller in that contract, because that's what the seller's looking at, are what words affect him in his timeline and his price point, so we need to really understand how those small things individually aren't a big deal, but when you put them all together, they could really hurt your offer price or your offer altogether. um, Other agents, you tell them what you say. Hey, I want to offer 350. I want to move by this date. This is my financing. And they just write exactly what you tell them. There's no discussion about, geez, I think if we really want this house, I think this would be a better strategy. Let's talk about this strategy. Let's talk about that strategy. They don't do that. They just simply write the offer exactly how you told them to write it, which, if you're not in this business, you don't really know that we could be strengthening that offer towards your benefit without having that discussion. So you do not need a weak agent that just you get to dictate. They need to have some input so that you can make better decisions on how you structure that offer. So there are some stronger options that are available to you. So take the time to discuss those before you put it on paper and are submitting that to the seller. So those conversations can kind of alleviate any frustration later on when maybe that offer gets turned down and you didn't realize that you could have strengthened it in such a simple way that made a huge difference to the seller. So the right strategy can help buyers win the home they want. And it doesn't mean that you're overpaying. So understand the plan, understand the best route, listen to your agent to have that conversation. That way you feel more confident. When you write it, you know that you've put your best foot forward. If you don't get it, then you can still look at it and go, hey, that's all I got. That's the best I could have done. You don't look back and think, geez, was there something I missed? If it was such a small detail that the seller didn't take it and chose somebody else. So if you want to buy with a clear plan instead of just guessing your way through the process, I'm here for you and I'd love to help. Let's build a strategy. Let's get you the home you want and get you down to Florida where you need to be. So give me a call. My phone number is 352-601-8627. I got lots of strategies that can help us win. Win, win, win. All right. I hope to talk to you soon.